Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the first job that we're doing in the workshop. And it turns out that we're doing a job on the workshop, to be honest, because I've received a parcel from X8R, one of my long-time sponsors, one of my good sponsors. And it's a blue roll holder with a shelf. And I really need it, because at the moment my blue roll is just sat on a shelf taking up its own space. So if I had a holder for it, that'd be great. So, to that end, let's bust this package open and we'll build it, stick it on the wall. Okay, so let's get this package open then, and we'll have a look, see what the good folks at X8R sent us. God, it's very well packaged, isn't it? There we go, if in doubt, brute force and ignorance always wins the day. Okay. So, we have some instructions. Delivery note. Okay, cool. Happy with that. Don't need the cardboard anymore. That can go. Seems to be fairly well packaged. Happy with that. Okay. So, as with any X8R product, then scan your QR code. Gives you instructions. So scan with mobile phone camera to get instructions. Takes you to either a PDF document or a YouTube video, which helps you install this. So I shall do that in a moment. Let's have a look and make sure we got all the components first. So that's the actual holder for the blue roll. We have got a tearer for the blue roll. Yeah, that's the one with the nice serrated teeth. They're not actually that sharp, which is good because it's a workshop environment, and you don't want it too sharp because, you know, when you're doing things and you get a little bit distracted. The shelf is of a decent size. I'd say that's what, 9 inches. Look at that, absolutely spot on, 9 inches. And some angle brackets with X8R laser cut through them. The powder coating is really good, actually. You can feel that's fairly thick. I used to do powder coating for a living, and you can feel that's fairly thick, so that's good. We have another little piece that looks like it goes on the side, so you can just hook things in. So that's cool. Bracket number 2, obviously, X8R, both sides. These were marketed at like mobile workshops, like backs of vans and things like that. But it's going straight in my regular workshop, does the same job, and a handful of nuts and bolts. So happy days. How many have we got? Let's have a look, see. I'm even getting involved in trying to open that gently. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, cool. Right, so let's have a quick look at the video, and we'll have a look, see how it goes together, and then we'll start having a go at it.
11 minutes later.
Okay, so this thing's fairly easy to assemble. Okay, so we've got the shelf part. So we want to start with that upside down. Okay, and then we need the serrated teeth, and they go in, and there's a little notched corner just there. The blade side goes towards the notched corner on the inside, and these bolt holes should line up, which they do. Happy with that. Okay, so essentially what we've got is that will be the shelf side. Okay, so now we have your angle brackets, and they go like that, so they're holding against the wall. So turn it back upside down. This also upside down, quite important. Put a nut in one side there and through. Thread that nut on that bolt just to hold it. No need to tighten it up just yet. Same at the front here as well. Through there. And a bolt on just to hold it in place. Okay, so what we've got loosely fitted at the moment is the right hand bracket. We've got the guard protector and the shelf. Okay, so now we've got the actual tooth guard itself. Okay, I was umming and ahhing as to whether to actually put it in or not, but I think I'm going to. On the tooth guard, you can see that there's a little like spigot there, okay? And on each bracket, you've got a little hole just there, and they sit together just like that. So, what we do now is line that into this side here, and the same on this side over here. This looks like it might be fitting, so I'm going to pop that in a minute because we're not doing this up tight. You'd think for an engineer I'd be used to fiddly by now, but nobody ever does. And then you drop the nuts all over the place. Fantastic. Can you tell it's been a while since I've recorded a video? Right, and same again at the back. Not all the way through. Tighten her up, finger tight, so that you can slot this in that gap just there. It is awkward, but it is in. Okay, so we've got that in. What we need now is a 10mm ratchet and a spanner, or 2 spanners or 2 ratchets, whatever you want to do. And then you can just tighten these up, hold it on, and just tighten them up. Not the easiest when it's a little fiddly, but it is what it is. It's fine. I'm doing the front first, so that means that the tooth guard is held in place properly, which I'm happy with. And last one. Under normal circumstances, if this was a piece of like automotive equipment or something, I would have done this sort of pattern, but it's fine. So we've got all the brackets on now, everything's tightened up, the tooth guard is there in front of the teeth, that's not coming out, and that is the way that it will sit. Okay, so what happens now is on the back of here we've got some holes. So one of them is a slot hole and one of them is just a hole. So what I'm going to do is offer it up to the wall where I want it, with a spirit level on the top. Drill a hole, mark a hole, drill a hole, and then put some screws in halfway. Slot it over the screws, tighten it up so that it's then in there, and tightened up nicely, and then put another screw in there. Now I'm lucky I've got wooden walls, so I don't need to use things like roll plugs, so, which is great. So let's get a move on and stick that on the wall, shall we? Okay, so what we're going to do now is, using a spirit level and a pen, I'm going to offer this up to the wall. Okay, so it's going to go somewhere in this sort of area, okay, which works for me. I like that. So get a spirit level on the top. My spirit level is a little bit awkwardly sized for this, but it is what it is. You just got to work it out. And that is about level for me. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, in this gap just here, mark a hole. Okay, so now what we've got is, we've got a black mark just there and just there, which I'm now going to drill with a pilot drill bit, shove a couple of screws in, and then hang it up, tighten it up. So let's get on with that. that is as close to spot on as I'm going to get, which I'm happy with. Okay, so now that we've done that, what I'm going to do now is, with another screw, I'm going to drill a pilot hole into each hole, just here, and then screw that onto the wall. Okay, so what we've done now then is we've screwed it onto the wall. Everything is still in place, everyone's happy, brilliant. These screws are in, as you can see just here. I made a mistake, I drilled the hole too low. Because I'm an idiot, not gonna lie. But it's on, it's not anything special, it's just a tiny little workshop shed. And now that that's on, you could just leave it at that, but because I'm a little bit extra, what I'm going to do is drill a hole in the bottom here, as you're supposed to really, but yeah, it's not going to hold an awful lot of weight, it's just going to hold like cans of WD-40 and stuff on there. But I'm going to drill the holes in the sides there, bang a screw in that, and then we will put some load on it and test it, see what happens. Okay, so that's on the wall. Believe me, that is straight, it's just the wall that's wonky. Amazing paint skills as well. But like I said, this is just a little workshop. Now then, time for the ultimate thing, the ultimate test. What I'm going to do now is grab the bar that it comes with and the blue roll, and we're going to fit that with one hand backwards, because I'm an idiot. Let's try it this way, shall we? So, in one side, in the other. There we go, job's a good one. So, that's the whole point really, isn't it? I can't do this with one hand, but you get the idea. So, fantastic. So that has helped me save a bit of storage, because it was previously sat on there underneath this, and these are things that I need, especially driving a C1. I need my code reader. So that has saved me a bit of space. I can now put my Ryobi saw or something like that on top of there, which saves me a bit more space, so I get that piece of shelf back. Happy days. So I like that. I will give it a quick wipe over, because it's full of fingerprints and dust and sawdust and stuff now, but that's cool. I really like that. Well, that was a fairly easy install. It's actually easier than I made it look, because I was trying to do it recording with one hand of the camera and one hand with the tools. The other thing that I will mention is, when you're doing these top screws up here, you need a really long extension or a really long screwdriver, whichever you prefer, whatever your method of choice is, and that is essentially all you need. Just a little bit of something to mark a hole with, some 10mm spanners or sockets or whatever you prefer, and something to mount it on the wall with. It can go anywhere. Put it in your house. You can use it for kitchen use because it's powder coated, it's food safe, I'm led to believe. I'm using it in a static workshop. You can use it in your van if you plyboarded and things like that. Use it anywhere you want, it's all good. It's dead easy to build, and it's durable. Happy. I like it. If you want one, make sure you go to X8R website and use the code on screen for 20% off, which is always good. And I'll also put a link to the product in the description as well. Make sure you go and follow me on Instagram at dabdiy at the bottom here, see what I'm up to. There will be a picture of this on today, which is the 4th of August. So yeah, it's taken me a while. I've had this product on the shelf for a couple of days. I just didn't get around to doing it. But it's done now, and I really like it. It's going to be very useful. It's given me a lot more usable space in such a small workshop. This started out as a 7x5 shed. It's insulated, it's plied, it's like inch thick ply as well. And everything's good. I really like it. There's going to be a lot more videos in here, and if you want to see them, make sure you ring the bell, get notified next time I drop a video. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, usual sort of YouTube algorithm good stuff. If you really wanted to, if you think this video has benefited you in any way, you can buy me a coffee if you wish. But you know, usual YouTube good stuff. Make sure you show that algorithm that the channel's doing well and you like it, and I'll see you in the next video.